Hello, and welcome back to the Midnight Chill. This week's story puts two of my favorite things together: wolves and snow. It mightn't be as nice as it sounds, but you'll get the gist. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Midnight Chill. Ow! White shadows. We've been trapped from the outside world now for 5 days. The snow came heavier than before, and in one night completely isolated us. I've never witnessed such an event in all my 65 years on this earth. My son Bobby left on the second day to try and get help. There are many of us in this tiny house on the mountainside, and very little food. We watched from the windows as he made his way through what we thought was the dying blizzard. It looked like he was getting through all right. He had made it to one of the jeeps, and then they came. White shadows. Shadows that looked like giant wolves appeared at 3 different points, and then he was gone. We haven't heard from or seen him since. The blizzard picked up shortly after. The children are getting restless, and the food is almost gone. The turkey lasted for 1 day, and with so many mouths to feed, the little food my wife and I live on is nowhere near enough for 20 people. The women are keeping busy with household chores that have already been done. It's their way of blocking out this dire situation that we are in. The men are becoming more and more restless. My sons are very rarely idle, and my sons-in-law are the same. They are beginning to snap at the smallest things, and the children are irritating them. It's been a week now of non-stop snow. My sons Adam and Ray, along with Carol's husband Brendan, want to go and get help, or at least some food. Rations are tiny and only twice a day. They can't handle that. I told them it was too dangerous, but they disagreed. Adam said the 3 of them together would be okay. When I mentioned the white shadows, they nervously laughed it off as a trick of light. I have to let them go as I fear cabin fever might set in. Actually, I believe it will. I can see something different in their eyes already. They left the next morning. Again, we watched from the windows as they walked away. This time, they quickly disappeared out of view, the blizzard swallowing them. Within seconds, the white shadows appeared. We all took a sharp intake of breath, even the children too young to understand. Their dying screams were upon us within seconds. Horrible, gurgling screams, but that wasn't the worst part. I heard their bones snap through the screams. That sound will never leave me until I die, and from the looks of things, that could be sooner than expected. I saw the shadows one last time before we moved away from the windows. I don't know if it was my mind seeing things or not, but there seemed to be a red stain mixed in with it. No one dared leave the house after that. It's been 2 weeks since the blizzard first came. There is no food left and everyone is extremely weak. I don't know what we're going to do, or even if it will ever stop snowing. I believe it won't until those things outside get what they want. I've been waking up in the middle of the night. On my journey to the bathroom, I see those things looking in the windows, the white shadows. The first time I saw them, my heart stopped. Their head was half the size of the window, and it was covered in absolute white fur. Its eyes were like ice crystals with a small spark of bright blue in the center. It held the wolf shape, like my first thoughts weeks ago. I don't know if it saw me or not, but if it did, it never acknowledged me. I did not tell the others. Another few days have passed. Everyone is too weak to do anything, and there's no sign of the storm letting up. I do not know if we will make it out of here alive, but the odds are definitely against us. All of my family is contained within this house, my lineage. He always said he'd wipe my bloodline from this earth. It seems like this time he's about to succeed. That's it, guys. Thanks for listening. And if you like what you heard, don't forget my books, Love's Curse and Strings, are available to buy on Amazon. Or if you'd like a few more tasters, then I'll be back next Tuesday. Until then, Hawaii.